It's good to be back in the booth.
Good to be back.
Right?
Yeah.
2 weeks, 10
Great.
days, something like that.
The boys are back in town.
Yeah. The boys are back in fucking town.
And you know who else is coming to town? This giant caravan came up from Honduras and Guatemala.
Yeah, what is this? Tell me about this.
It's like 7,000 people deep and growing because you got to think.
What do you mean? Wait, there's a caravan of just 7,000 people coming
you got to
from
Google
Honduras?
this. Just Google caravan from Mexico. And once you start seeing the photos and the videos, you start to get an idea of like the police try and stop it even at like fences and borders. But it's 7,000 plus people, and it's like, are they just going to shoot them? What are they going to do? And so they're still going. It's just like a parade on a road. And I walked 1,000 miles.
How far is that?
They're about to walk 1,700 miles from the bottom of Mexico all the way to America. They're like, we're going to America.
No way.
And so it's
so
like,
what happens through every country?
Trump's already tweeting about it.
What's he saying?
I think he's like the borders in Honduras and Guatemala should have been more strict on this. I might stop some of our aid to these countries. He's like,
what is the protocol for them when they reach America or every other country? Like, can they walk through all these countries?
I think they're just thinking, because I'm thinking they just made it to Mexico. So this band of 7,000 deep is from Honduras and Guatemala. So you got to think, this is all over the news. Once this thing goes through like Mexico City, I'm thinking this is going to be like 30,000 people. Because you got to think, in their heads, they're probably like, well, there's a lot of people in America who are sympathetic about, illegal immigrants. And if there's all this press on it, maybe once we get to the border all together, something good's going to happen. Like, this is a huge movement, basically.
Right.
I mean, this thing's already 7,000 deep, and they're about to walk 1,700 more miles. That's 1,000 miles took me 2 months.
Yeah, that's 100 days at least.
Yeah, so we got to think in about April, I would guess, they're going to be getting up towards the California border.
And think about all
I'm guessing 30K deep.
Yeah, I'm thinking like all the people that are sitting at home while they're like walking through, and they're seeing this on TV.
I want to change my life.
And they're like sitting there with their family, and they're in this like, they're impoverished or like they're in a terrible situation. And they're like, dude, like what if we all join this group? Like, you're obviously stronger with more people.
Yeah.
Like we might honestly be able to get in.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go.
I think Trump tweeting about it is actually going to make it a bigger caravan. Like, I think.
Oh, that has a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like,
you just got to see the images. The images are crazy.
Let's look up some of these images.
The video, the images.
Bo, when you're editing this, fucking throw some of these images up.
This caravan is a beast. And it's so crazy because it's happening right now. So, like, right now in Mexico, it's getting evening. They're probably finishing up walking it's like caravan through Mexico.
No one is capable of organizing this many people. That was the...
Yeah, so it's like, it's either they got to kill them or I think they're just going to keep going.
There's no way.
It's crazy. No one's really talking about this.
That is absolutely insane. Yeah, if you look at a map, like the tip of Texas, the lowest part of Texas is way closer.
Can you imagine like getting their shoes, like pour your whole life, and now this wave of like people you sort of know?
I would join.
You'd probably join.
I mean, think about like if your situation is so bad,
that's so beautiful.
If your situation is that bad, like obviously a lot of these people, their situation is that bad.
Yeah.
If your situation is that bad and you're sitting there and you see this movement where it's all people that are like-minded, that are from the same areas as you, that have the same common goal, have the same common problems, and they're walking to somewhere that could be glorious, dude, I would fucking do it for sure.
Yeah, right?
You're going to tell me, think about it, just like me and you sitting here. If me, you, Chase, all of our, like James, all of them, we're all sitting here, terrible situation. Every day we're like, fuck, like this, hating our life.
Yeah.
And we look on,
and they're like, bro, we
hear
on
the radio,
Mars.
or we hear on the fucking like TV, like that. All of these people that are just like us are doing this. Families, like everybody walking together.
Everyone's going to Canada,
and there's a chance that you could get into somewhere, and like that. They probably, because all these people have probably thought about going to America before.
But now there's a new thing of like, they can't stop us with this big a group.
Exactly.
And now it's like, oh,
I'm sure a lot of these, dude,
let's go.
You got to think a lot of these people have like been in their house before, and with like 4 or 5 of them been like, you think we could do it? Like just 4 or 5 of us? Like, maybe I know a guy, or like, oh, maybe we go in here. Like, I bet we could do it just 4 or 5 of us. But then they're like, fuck. Like, there's no, like, that'd be so hard. Like, it's such a big thing. But then they see 7,000 people trying to do it too.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Let's go, man. Let's fucking, like, let's try and do this. All of us. We got nothing here to stay for.
I wonder who started it. Was it like
is that the reason though
like
that
church?
Is that the reason though that they're doing it? Is because of the fact that they don't like the living situation in Honduras, or are they being pushed out by the government, or is there something else, or is it just that they wanted to get out?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to assume, but I'm guessing it's just life's brutal. Because I think Honduras is super dangerous. Guatemala is super dangerous.
They're just saying like a lot of people are like concerned that there's a lot of terrorists among them.
Really?
A lot of people are saying that this is being used for political ends by Donald Trump.
What would his position be? Oh, to like show that, oh, look, here's why we need the wall. That would make sense.
There are at least 1,400 miles. I'm trying to see what it says.
I could see Trump's angle on it, because he would be like, look how, good my idea is about the wall. If it weren't for that, there's a bunch of terrorists in this caravan.
This is a quote from...
That would make sense from his position.
This is a quote from Ireneo Mujica of the group the Pueblos San Fronteras. It is a shame that a president so powerful uses this caravan for political ends. So what could he be using it?
He's using it to say, look, this is why we need a wall. That's why he's using it. That's how he's using it.
Yeah, an immigrant rights activist traveling with the group accused Trump of using it to stir up his Republican fan base.
Yeah. Probably, I'd say that's
some
smart.
Have questioned the timing so close to the vote and whether some political force was behind it.
Can you imagine Trump put someone in there?
So how would they do that though? Like if you're in the U.S. and you're trying to say they're trying to use this for political advantage, what do they do? Like they just call people in fucking Honduras and say,
here's 10 grand to all of you.
7,000 people.
Well, to like 30, and then they say, tell them we talked to someone and we're all gonna get in. Just keep adding.
If that's the case, think about the first dude that got the call.
Gnarly.
Think about the person that got the call from someone that works for Trump or something like that. That's like, hey, probably speaking Spanish, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we want you guys to march north.
$100,000.
You guys
get a bunch of people. I'll give them $1,000.
Or they probably fucking lied to them and are like, hey, we're gonna let all of you in. Like everybody come. They're probably super nice on the phone. We're gonna give you guys.
That's insane. Can you imagine?
It's probably what happened. You think that
might be,
dude? There's no way that they call them and they're like that straight up with them. Like, hey, we're gonna give you like $5,000. Like we're using this to make it look like we need to do more with the wall. They're probably like, hey, we've thought about this a lot and we really want to let more people in. Like they're probably coming at it from like the other side. Where if it's like this is Trump's group, they're probably coming at being like, hey, this is so and so from Hillary's side, the Democrat side. Like, we really want more people up here. Like. Come up and like sense. Come up and we're gonna let all of you guys in. It's gonna cap off at 30,000. So just start growing, bring everyone.
Wow.
Right?
That's an idea.
And these guys might be like sitting there like, fuck, let's do it, man. The person sounds so nice on the phone. Like they're gonna let us in.
This is wild.
Oh, it's sad if that's.
I'm almost saying we should go down in caravan with them, me and you. Yeah. And we'll do the walk through Mexico. We'll do walk for something.
But what's the agenda? What's the reason? What are we walking for? Are we agreeing with what they're doing? Because we got to know the stance of what they're doing.
Yeah, I gotta find out more. Maybe walk.
To see what this is saying.
Walk for the health of the walkers, because I admire a good walker, and all 7,000 of them, they're committed to a 1,700-mile walk. So I just say we go out there.
Dude, it says a lot of them are walking barefoot. Dude, that's crazy.
Jeez, man. 1,700 miles.
In the interviews along the journey, these migrants have said that they are fleeing widespread violence, poverty, and corruption. So they're leaving. Oh, someone's literally, quote, "We are going to the promised land."
Wow.
Look at them sleeping, man. Oh.
This is happening right now.
Yeah.
7,000 people are pitching up their tents or wherever they're sleeping tonight.
Think about an entire...
chilling on the road right now.
Think about an entire arena, like an entire lower bowl of fucking Staples Center or or a full arena of a college basketball or hockey or something like that, an entire full arena that many people is walking together. Dude, you know what I'm just thinking about? Think about if they do this for 100 days, think about when they're getting to the border, how much strength and how much they will like care for each other, or like how powerful they'll feel getting through all of that. They get to the border and something in America like doesn't let them in, or just something happens there. Dude, that is a recipe for disaster, because these guys are just
they're gonna draw out the energy of the universe and just.
Oh man,
I don't know what they do, but that'd be that. You're right.
Dude. Think about how much you care. Think about how like deep it felt for you walking.
So much,
like, so much, just
with
like
the people
raw
who supported
power.
me with.
Yeah, so much connection.
With the animals. It was surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I finished,
and these guys are going double the length. And 7,000. Think about if you're walking with 7,000 people for your life.
That's insane.
I'm
insane.
I'm honestly worried about that. Unless there's some other agenda that we don't know about, like this is supposed to happen for them, and then they're gonna go here, and then they're not gonna get through, or maybe they're not gonna get through a couple countries. They get to Mexico, and Mexico doesn't let them in, or they send them back. Maybe that happens. But if they get through Mexico, and they start attracting more people in Mexico,
I think they will.
And they get to the border with, say, 10,000, which is a low ball.
Yeah.
10,000 people. Dude, that is fucking crazy. And I honestly am like, part of me is just like, fuck it, let them in. Like, they just fucking trekked, man.
Yeah. I'm thinking they should build a new city and call it Caravan City.
Ooh,
like wherever they end up
in New Mexico or something
in
like that?
Mexico, because they're probably got such a bond.
Yeah.
And they create like an economy
like
around.
Like at the bottom of Texas?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think that'd be the way to do it.
Curious.